Viruses like Covid-19, swine flu, avian flu all have something in common. They all come from animals described by scientists as zoonotic diseases. In the 1980s, the UK's cattle production began to see outbreaks of bovine spongiform and its human equivalent, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. In 1997, the bird flu was traced to chicken factories in China. In 2009, the swine flu originated in pig farms in Mexico and North Carolina in the US. More recently, a possible new strain of COVID-19 has been found in farms in Denmark, where mink are raised for fur coats. Consider all this in reverse. Not a single pandemic in human history has been traced to plants. When we say this pandemic comes from animals, it means that these diseases come from the way societies raise, harvest, and eat animals. The United Nations recently voiced a similar concern. In its report, Preventing the Next Pandemic, Zoonotic Diseases and How to Break the Chain of Transmission, the UN laid out some guidelines for pandemic preparedness. It calls for policies that strengthen animal health and increased capacity in monitoring and regulating food production. The report also recommends that states find ways to reduce demand for animal protein. It sounds simple to say. If societies replace animal sources of food with plant-based foods, they also reduce the risk of future pandemics. But is this even possible? Does this imply governments telling people what they should or should not eat? Politicians may not see a move towards a plant-based diet as a viable policy, mainly because it relies on changing people's behavior. But according to a recent UN survey, 30% of the world supports a plant-based diet as a climate policy, which is already indicative of changing behaviors. The number of people attempting to eat plant-based diets is growing fast. So some of the things governments could do without imposing dietary choices could begin by reviewing food procurement and nutrition standards, ensuring that public facilities such as schools, hospitals, prisons, and care homes offer plant-based meals as standard options on menus every day. It's not too soon to start trying to prevent the next pandemic. Since the 2003 SARS epidemic, the time between outbreaks of zoonotic viruses have been getting shorter. It's not a question of if there will be a next pandemic, but when. To read the complete story, click the link in the description box below.